it's an addiction to be lazy.
You have to keep watching. That's how I feel. I have to keep watching them.
Gaming has affected every aspect of my life.
I did go to a school that, it was a college prep school, so, Pine Lake Preparatory. I mean, it was high school, so I didn't really care about anything, because you have to go. It's like one of those things, like, you have to go, so, I don't really care about it, but, going anyway.
The first time I came across Netflix was from Nick. He gave me his information, and then from there, I put it on my phone, because at the time I didn't really use my PlayStation, because that's what I use now, is my PlayStation, to use the Netflix. I didn't really have any motivation to use it, except every now and then I would use it sometimes whenever I couldn't sleep, and I'd just be in my room, and I'd put it on my phone. But it got bad whenever I went away to school.
Grand Theft Auto, my first purchase. I'll never forget. I was at one of my parents had a friend's party that we went to, and then there was their son was playing Grand Theft Auto 3, and right when I played, killed a couple bastards, and I was just literally the day after, asked my mom. We went to the store, got PlayStation 2, and there was a Grand Theft Auto there, and Vice City just came out, and I didn't know about it, but the cover was 80s looking, and I was like, yeah, that looks way better. So I got it. Played it, and just since then I have not stopped playing video games. So
I would do a lot of things before I did my homework, just because I didn't want to do my homework. Like I would, I could just stare at a wall, and like make patterns with my mind, like hallucinate by staring at a wall for too long before I would do my homework.
The first show that I actually binged on was Breaking Bad. From AMC. All my friends told me it was good, and I decided to watch it once, and I told Max, I was like, we're going to watch this show, and we're going to watch it together. So we watched the first episode, and from there, we were just hooked. Every single day. I would stay up till probably 3 or 4 a.m. watching this stuff. Me and Max would knock out around 3 episodes each night. I would never do any of my homework, period, most of the time whenever I'd be watching this. I would say I would do my homework and try to multitask and stuff like that. Never worked out. Breaking Bad, that's 14 episodes in each season, 4 seasons that I've watched. Each episode is about 45 minutes. So, I don't know, 14, that's 40. Do 56 times 3/4. Okay, so that's 42 hours just from Breaking Bad. And then after Breaking Bad, I started watching Heroes. Could you do any other calculations? So I've spent 100 hours just on 2 series. That's just Breaking Bad and Heroes.
Call of Duty 4, 60 frames per second. It was clean. It killed people. I mean, in class every day. Just good. I remember Mr. Tanucci's class. We all had a class together. We just all lunch, everything. We just talked about Call of Duty. People have YouTube videos of just them playing Call of Duty, and they have billions of views just because that's how popular it got. So that's where the hype for Modern Warfare 2 started, because they got so much money from Call of Duty 4 that they were going to make a huge game. I missed a week of school before Modern Warfare 2 came out just to prep. I literally stayed at home and played video games for a week. Told the teachers I was sick. They knew I wasn't sick. I brought sick notes in, you know what I mean? My mom would write them for me. My mom, she said as long as I was getting, the grades and stuff, it was all right. Which I still don't know how I pulled that off. I missed a total of, after the 4 years of high school, I missed over 180 days, which is equivalent to a year of school. And that doesn't count like half days. I didn't have a fourth block 2 years because of football, or 3 years. So fourth block doesn't really count as a class. So then third block, I had class, but I'd skip first and second. So I'd come in for an hour and a half a day. And that counted as a school day. So the 180 is just the full days I missed. I'd finally come back to school and people were like, "You're alive," and I'm just like, oh, "Fuck," you know. And my hair was all greasy.
You're like, fuck this society, dude. I want to go back to college.
Yeah, I didn't want to be at school. I was like, "Fuck this," you know. And then like my teachers give me my makeup work, and I'm like, "God damn it." And I remember I was just like, I'd be asking other people, like, "Hey, do you have your fucking shit from last week? I kind of need that."
My senior year, my English class was, I didn't do any work. They're split up into 6 terms, and I didn't do any work 4th, 5th, or 6th term. We'd have a warm up, and then you know, the rest of the class would just be like, "Okay, you can do this worksheet," and we'd be like, "So we're not learning anything today," and she's like, "No, you're learning. You just have to, you know, just do the worksheet." We're like, "All right, so we're just gonna talk the whole time," and then smart kid would do all the work, and then we just copy off him. Finally, it, you know, came time to graduate, and they're like, "Well, you need this class to graduate," and so I'm like, I probably should do the work. So I did all the work, and it took like 2 days, you know, to do it all, which wasn't that much stuff to do, and turned it in, and it was fine. I got hundreds on everything.
I will sit on my futon all day or couch, and I will just go through all of the episodes, just going through everything, because the little 30-second screen will pop up, and it'll be like, okay, you have 30 seconds to do this, or it's going to play either way, or you can hit X or whatever, the next button now, and you can watch the next episode. So I'd always be playing the next episode either way. Because if I didn't touch it, then it would play, and if I did touch it, then it would play, unless I turned it off.
I think I own about 50 games, maybe, just for PS3 alone. I don't know how many, I haven't counted, but my stack, like from the floor, I mean, I've spent so much money on games. It's thousands. And like right now, I have a job, and all my paychecks are going to video games, which is stupid. But at the same time, I need my fix, I guess, my gaming fix.
I'm playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Decided to put it in and play a little bit of zombies. You know, playing by myself. I usually don't play by myself, but when I play multiplayer, I play alone, but internet's down. Actually, no, the internet's not down. That's a fucking lie. My PS3 is just shot. Too much use. Too much use, sadly. Where's the fucking box? Oh my. Take whatever he has. Spray gun. Give it to me. Give it to me. Yo, they're fucking up. I'm dead. I can play another round.
I see people run, you know, outside. They run for like miles, and I just don't understand that at all, because like, who would run for fun? Do you know what I mean? That's what they're doing. I mean, maybe it's to get in shape or something, but who cares, you know, when you could just sit there and be lazy. But yeah, I mean, I think it might be just my brain, but like in my mind, I just think if I could just do the least amount of work possible, then that would be like the best thing for me to do.
I watched over 20 hours of Game of Thrones in 2.5 days. Yeah. I first started watching it Saturday. I watched one episode, which was the first episode, and then I continued it Sunday. Sunday night, I started around 8 p.m. I didn't finish until 4 the next morning. Went to sleep, got my 4.5 hours before I had to wake up for my 9-10 class. And then after I got from my 9-10 class, I came back and I passed out and slept through all the rest of my classes. So then Monday night, or whenever I woke up from my nap, I guess, and I woke up and realized I missed all my classes, I was like, well, I mean, I don't really have any work to do then because I just missed all my classes, so I'm going to watch Game of Thrones. 8:30 rolls around, and I'm like, should I shower and go to class? And I was like, there's one episode left. So I watched the last episode, missed my first class, and then went to my second class. Then after that, I was like, screw the rest of the day, and I went home and slept.
Whenever I first got on this, I just kind of, I don't know, see what was recently watched by the other people that own this account, because it's not my account. So I'll just go over here and see what people have been watching. Something that strikes my eye, I normally click.
Whenever I don't have something in mind, like if I don't have a series in mind, then I'll just watch a comedy like series, like It's Always Sunny or Futurama. I'm about to watch It's Always Sunny. I fucking love this. I love this show.
Never, apparently. You tried this shit 30 years ago when that show first came on the air. Nobody wants to play Sex in the City with you. Come on, Charlie. You know you did it. Fess up. I did not poop the bed. Oh, rewind. What? I'm sorry. Did you say something about pooping in a bed? Yeah.
If I'm sitting on the couch and watching TV or something, and I get hungry, but the kitchen is like 10 steps away, that's way too far. It's like literally the energy that I, would expel by walking 10 steps, and then not to mention the 10 steps back to my seat would just be terrible, like it's like agonizing in my brain to think about. So, sometimes I make it a game to see, like if I have to pee or something, like how long I can sit there before I before I have to, get up because I'm about to pee on myself. It's like laying in bed. Like when you wake up in the morning and, you have to pee when you get up. And I'm like, I'm still, I'm just going to lay here, And, I almost put myself through more pain holding it in than actually going to the bathroom. So I was up here earlier, and I was watching TV, and then I went downstairs to get some food. And then I came back up the stairs, and I sat down, and I realized that the show's on, and I hate the show. But the remote is way over on the computer desk, and there's no way I'm getting up to change the channel. So I'm just gonna sit here and suffer through this show, basically.
You're not gonna get up. It's right over there. It's sitting right on that piece of paper.
Yeah, it's just not worth the effort. I guess I'll just play my ukulele. Play a little song.
Yeah, I would have to say I have an addictive personality. I get really hooked on things easily. Like right after class, I would come back to my room, even if it was just a break or something like that. If I knew I had the time, I would turn on my PS3 automatically, or if I was watching Game of Thrones, I would turn on my computer, hook it up, and then watch an episode. And then if I had more time, watch another one. It was just like something I did. I don't know. It was just like, well, there's nothing else to do, so I might as well watch this now and get it out of the way.
I'm addicted to a lot of things. Like Jordan, I have an addictive personality. Food is probably one of the biggest addictions I have. I can't stop. Like I'll try to be healthy for a couple days, but then I want some fucking rice fun. I want some Asian food, and I need it. I need that. I don't know. I'm addicted to it. If you look at studies, food is equally as addictive as heroin. So if you get started, I got started like ever since I was a little kid. I was a baby boy. My mom was feeding me before I could walk. Adult size portions of pasta. Like there's a picture of me just pasta all over my face. I killed it, and I couldn't even walk. My grandparents told me that I used to walk around with a Polish sausage in my right hand and a pickle in my left hand, and I would just crawl around munching, alternating. Actually, that might be another reason I got into gaming. Is I was a fat little bastard, got made fun of a lot, and gaming was just a good release.
I didn't apply anywhere. I just applied to UNC Charlotte. I got in. I didn't want to go though. Like, why would you want to move like all your crap and go through all that to go to somewhere that you don't even want to go to? And then, I could just stay here at my house and, not have to do anything and just get up and drive 10 minutes down the road, go to school, get paid for it, not have to work as hard. It's perfect.
The con of it being at school is I don't have anything to do except for school, and I wasn't treating school the way I should have. And that's how it kind of broke out of hand, and so on and so forth. I got addicted. It definitely screws up my sleeping patterns because I'll stay up late and then I'll have to get up early the next day for like class or work.
I was addicted. I couldn't help it. But at the same time, I kind of knew that I had to maintain grades. I couldn't just fuck up. Like, that was an awful idea. So basically, I never did as well as I could have, but I didn't do as poorly as I could have. I was just kind of found the middle ground. I had so much fun, some of the best times of my life, like not worrying about life. You don't have to worry about anything. It's kind of like an alternate reality.
Every single television show, and if it's a good television show or a good movie, it'll wrap you in, and it'll almost feel like that's all you need to worry about is what's going on in the movie. I guess that's the reason why my addiction grew, is just because of the fact that I didn't want anything to really, I was stressing too much, and it was an easy stress reliever because I didn't have to worry about anything unless it was in the show.
Like, I love movies and I love TV shows, but sometimes I can't sit still. I can't, like, I have to be in it, I have to play it, I have to experience it. So I love video games, I love, you know, the deep storytelling. I did play with friends a lot, you know what I mean? Like, I actually made my close friends, you know, these guys here. I played online with them the whole time, and then we started like hanging out in person, and we play zombies, like it's co-op, so you can like you could just sit on the couch and play together, and we would just eat food and play video games all day, you know, not really just not give a shit. It was just good times.
I feel like as I get older, it will cut down, but if it doesn't, then it could come to a point where I might need to like cold turkey or ease off of it, because it could turn into something that could not be good for my life, because it's already affected my sleeping patterns, it's affected my schoolwork, it's affected my job. I don't know. I think I'll still watch Netflix or whatever kind of form that Netflix is in. I'll still be addicted to TV shows and stuff like that. I just don't think it'll be as bad.
You know, you see all these people or these bands, they like go on tour, and then you know, half the time they're posting stuff online like look at this stupid crap we're doing. And you know, they get to travel city to city, go do whatever they want during the day, you know, and then they go play a show at night, and then everyone loves them and they have fun doing that, and then they go to bed, get up the next day, go somewhere else and do the same thing. And that's what I would like to do. That'd be awesome. So it's like you're doing nothing because you like what you're doing, but really you're really not doing anything, because you're so good at what you're doing that, you know, you think you're not doing anything. That's how I feel when I play music. I'm not doing anything. Was that confusing enough?